What is up, everyone? I hope that you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel, Tiny Tank. As you guys know me, my actual name is David, but welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of my match footage from the South African Arm Wrestling Federation Nationals 2025. Yes, our federation in South Africa is linked with the World Arm Wrestling Federation, which means if you qualify, come top 2 you stand the chance to go to Worlds, which I did not afford myself the opportunity to do this year, unfortunately, but we thank God that my little brother, Matthew, ended up coming, well, he actually got 3 golds and 1 bronze at this year's Nationals in both the youth and the seniors. He really is a monster. I'm excited to see how he does at Worlds, but I ended up only coming 5th, quite fat this year, quite overweight. Ended up in the under 100 kilogram category, and yeah, let's review my footage and see what happened, how the tournament was, and I guess where I can improve. But yeah, welcome. Let's go on this journey through my matches together. You'll see here in my first match, Johnny, the down ref guy from Cape Town as well, or from Western Cape. He's putting down the riser platform. Lots of dudes have an ego about the riser platform. You shouldn't. If you're short, you will not be able to gain shoulder position that you could for an inside lane unless you use the riser platform. So put your ego aside and use it. Whether or not it's beneficial for a top roll, that's a whole nother story. I'm still kind of figuring that out, and I could use some advice. This first opponent of mine, I think he's new to arm wrestling. You'll notice I kind of set up to go inside, and I was ready to go and commit into a hook with him. And you'll see I end up kind of doing a high hook sort of top roll move on him. And the reason for that is, I guess just as I moved, I felt that his wrist was not very strong, and just naturally that's the pathway that I took. So first match, nerves done and dusted, nerves out the way. Johnny gets the riser here in the second one. This dude's name is Hein. Now, Hein was spoken of very well by a lot of the dudes up there in Gauteng, more north in South Africa. I was told he had a mean press, lots of horsepower, and I wasn't sure I was going to deal with that. It was quite in my mind. I was quite nervous. See, he puts his leg up. He's going to press. And I thought, I'm going to try and grab a bit lower, and I'm going to try and be very fast, take him outside of his shoulder, pull a hold like, the similar vibe that Hermes pulled on Levan. I was on Jerry Caderet, and Levan kind of does on Jerry Caderet too. And watch the ready go. Yeah, I try and be fast. I'm really nervous. I'm hyped up. I don't know if I can actually do anything. And that's all kind of bottled up. And you'll see that in the ready go now as it explodes. Just say go, guys. Just say go. So they're trying to fix his shoulders, which I was very happy about. Boom. See, really, we call that blitz. Very fast here in South Africa. I just tried to be quick, and I got it right. He slipped in a losing position. I just think he wasn't expecting me to be fast. This edit is a bit sporadic. I don't know if you'll see much, but you'll see I just try and be quick. I just boom. And he ends up slipping in a losing, which was quite helpful to me. This third match was quite a war, and my opponent, you can see, he's a tall dude. South Africa would say he's fris. Look at his lats, his upper back, arms were thick. His hand was so much bigger than mine, and look, he's putting his foot on the riser platform so he can sort of back pressure off of it. But I think his name was Francois. I might be mistaken. His fingers wrapped all the way around my hand, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to deal with him. You can see I'm still learning how to use the riser platform. I only implemented it a few months ago, and my shoulder's very forward. You would think I'm going to hook, right? That's the position to hook, really. But I'm trying to top roll here. And his hand is quite a bit bigger than mine. He is able to dominate me a bit there outside of the strap. He hits the table. He's amped up. But you're going to notice, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit on the live stream and show you guys from a different angle what this kind of looks like. So we're in the strap. we put the strap on, and I just want you to notice, like, look how forward my shoulder is, and I'm trying to top roll here. But anyway, look what happens. See, he just completely swallows up my pronation there, and I professional foul. I lift my elbow up to avoid being sort of turned over like that. We reset, and it's at this point that I'm thinking, I'm going inside. I'm putting my shoulder forward, although it already was. I'm putting my shoulder forward, and I'm just gonna try and hook this guy. I guess my default sometimes is to top roll when I'm nervous, because I don't know if I can go frame on frame with someone. Not that he was actually planning on doing that. He's got a strong cut, but then you'll notice he kind of goes backwards and pulls towards himself. Doesn't really go sideways anywhere, which makes him susceptible to a hook. And you'll see that. You watch for yourself. You'll see how I hit you. Boom. Proper commitment. And he's in the trap. He comes inside. And I get very excited here because he has to pull out. I'm very excited there because he's come in, and as he's come in to press me, he looks me in my eyes like, and then I give him a bit of side pressure, and I start rolling over with my frame, and I'm able to sort of initiate some pronation, and he has to jump ship, and that really amped me up. But then you'll notice what happens next, which is quite disappointing. It's a discipline issue. Okay, I'm going to try and adjust. See, they stopped the match. I tried to adjust by sliding my elbow inside my body, and I foul. I lift my elbow. Second foul. And that guy went on to get second place in the category. Which is, yeah, I would have had, if I had taken advantage of him being really separated and just dug in deep, maybe put my foot up, committed my shoulder even more, brought it forward, and initiated more sort of shoulder pressure that way with my tricep, I think he would have gassed before me, and I would have beat him. And I think I could have ended up getting at least minimum third place. This guy's Ludwig. We go way back. I had a match with him last year. I had Beast of the East, which was an East versus West qualifier, and I'll put that video here now for you to see. He ends up, I put him because I got to the strap, which I need to do. His hand is massive. I need to get to the strap against this guy, and I put him, and we play a bit of a tug of war. But good times. We made up afterwards. Perhaps I did pull him a little bit before. But anyway, back to this match. Ludwig is quite dominant here outside the strap. And you see, I made an error when I tried to slip. I didn't just top roll and then end up slipping. I thought, I'm going to slip. And so I dumped my wrist way too early and kind of just tried to bail out. And that was a bad move. His hand was so big, and he just gripped onto me and dominated me when I did that. And then mentally I wasn't there. I just decided, okay, I can't slip. I'm going to try and hook him outside of the strap. And I don't think I was thinking too clearly. It would have helped to have someone in my corner just kind of telling me, bro, try that again, but do it a bit better. And maybe, I don't know, maybe without the riser platform I could have done it. But I tried to hook him outside strap. He's too dominant. His hand's too good outside the strap. And he pins me. But I think there's a clearer angle of that. You'll see I try to dump my wrist. Domination. See, look how happy he is, because he's probably been looking for vengeance on me after last year for quite a while. But watch this angle. Just what a ridiculous attempt at a hook. Anyway, things to learn, guys. Things to learn. But the plan for me is to drop a bit of weight. And perhaps I'll do better in a lower weight category. I'll still have to fix those technical errors that I made. I'll still get a bit stronger. It's amazing how this is my third year of arm wrestling. And in match situations, there's still so much I can learn. But, hey man, I'm used to it. Falling down and rising up is the daily task of us all. And I'm when I say I'm used to it, I guess being a Christian especially helps you with learning that it's you continually fail, and actually you come to accept that you are a failure without Christ, who's the only one who's ever succeeded. And so I guess I have that comfort to get me through the losses, and when I don't perform as I should, and that encourages me to just keep going and enjoy this and to see it for what it is. But yeah, guys, thanks for sticking around for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and there'll probably be more coming. I might review my little brother's footage, and then maybe some other dudes who'll be at Armdruk is Groot. I'll review some of their stuff too. But for now, stay safe and God bless.